Hello guys, what is up? It's been a while since I showed my face around, but today we're going to be doing a resistance video showcasing you the most possibly, if not unfair, broken build in this entire game as of now, because for all we know the meta could change within a couple of weeks depending on how people play and how people adapt to the current meta, because as of right now, the best way to play the current meta is to spam zombies to exhaust their resources to where they run out by Area 3. And today we are going to showcase you just that, but in a very high cancerous level of spamming. Spamming you've never seen before. And it would make Annette Birkin cry, I kid you not. But before we go along with the deck, I'm going to show you the skills we use to make this all possible, which we will do right now. So, disintegration field, we use the generator part of this skill because every time you use a card, decreases it by a second, I think. I don't want the clone mainly because you don't need it. I'd rather decrease the cooldown every time I play a card, and you will be playing cards really fast with this deck to be able to use this ultimate skill very frequently in Area 2 and a lot of times in Area 3. We're using defense system because we need the stalling, and plus the Biocore HP is what's going to be really important for the late game. Recharge Bioenergy is what I use for the bioactivation. I don't use Symbiosis because I don't like that. It doesn't really go well with a limited amount of cards you can use in this game, and you have to play in a very niche way to use Symbiosis. But Recharge, every time you interact with the EIS system, you get bioenergy back, which is really insane. No other mastermind can do this. And so basically doors give you 2 charges, lights give you 1 charge, and interacting with the levers in Area 3 give you, I think, 3 charges, I would think so. I think it's 3 charges. But some maps now have like between 2 to 5 different switches. And if you keep flipping through cameras, you can get 5 charges fairly quickly. So that is really good. And by the way, no other mastermind can do that. And now for our exclusive mastermind cards, we're gonna show off Mod Recycler. This is a key core card for this build. It converts all mod cards into bioenergy. Keep that in mind. When you get 2 mod cards with this, you're gonna get almost an entire you're gonna get almost nearly all your bioenergy back. Mostly you're gonna get to 7 and 8 if you use it when you're really empty. But the amount of bioenergy you get from this is insanely stupid, and it allows you to spam like at times 2 liquors, which can be good, or a bunch of toughies and regular zombies to keep the pressure going to exhaust their ammo and resources. And then Area 3 is Hypercharge. This card is very, very fucking good. And what I mean by that is when you use this, all your regular zombies, tough zombies, and your regular normal zombie is going to be 1 cost, which is crazy. Especially when you're able to gather bioenergy with Spencer fairly quickly with the recharge skill and all that, and the Mod Recycler. This is what causes an infinite loop, by the way. These 2 cards is what causes infinite loop. And now that we've talked about this, we're going to go with the main deck. Well, the equipment first. We're using all bulletproof glass because, like I said, late game, because Spencer has a skill that increases Biocore HP, we're using all bulletproof glass to increase the Biocore HP to as high as we can get it. And when people exhaust their resources on your hordes of zombies because you want them to do that, all the time they might get time. They'll get a lot of time. But if they have no resources to deal with the Biocores while you're still putting pressure on them with hordes of zombies, well, they can't break them, and then they're gonna run out of time. They're gonna either rage quit, or they're gonna die repeatedly until time runs out. Either the 2 would happen. And then because we have 3 points left, we went with the cooling fan too, which is kind of not essential, but it helps because people will be on your cameras if they are good enough, if they're you know, people who play this game a lot know to go after the cameras so that they can stop up what you're doing. And so to get that moderate cooldown on the cameras is really, really good. And now we go with the deck, the main deck. Liquor, no thing there, because Spencer can gather so much bioenergy by interacting with doors, lights, and of course deliver at Area 3. He can use liquors fairly casually. We're using the efficiency mod creatures because it combos with our recycler very well, and we get a shit ton of bioenergy from it when we recycle it with mod recycler, and plus it reduces all of our creatures by 1, which means this will be 2, 6, 4, 3 if we get it in our hand. It has to be in the hand for it to work, but usually half the time it doesn't matter because you gather so much bioenergy. It's really just there to get cheap a 1 reduction until you get to Area 2. We're using the tough zombies and the infectious tough zombie. The great thing about infectious zombies is they might cost 1 more from their counterparts, but because Spencer can generate so much bioenergy, again, he can use these and not have to waste using this. He doesn't have to waste using infectious because he can do that. And we're using regular. The tough zombies are pretty much meta in this game. They have the highest amount of health out of any creature in the game, and they can take a lot of. They're basically resource sponges. They make you waste repair kits, durability, ammo. That's what they're there for. And plus, when they get a bite in or whatnot, that's really good. Okay, this is where the deck starts to get a little insane. Is where shuffle mod comes in. And what this does is, every time you use a card in your hand, it shuffles every other non-mod card in your hand. So that means, let's say you have a liquor and a infectious zombie with the shuffle mod and the efficiency mod. If you use the liquor or the infectious, it'll discard the other and give you two more cards in your hand that are different, which is really good, because what this allows you to do is it allows you to shuffle your deck fairly fast so that you can like do chain loops of, like, let's say you use an infectious zombie, right? Then you use a tough zombie, and then if you had this in your hand, you have another chance of getting this back in your hand. You see where I'm going with this? And with combined with mod recycler, it helps you cycle through the deck so much to where you can keep spamming a shit ton of crap in their face or where they're going to go. And once you get to Area 3 with hypercharge, that's when the deck truly becomes broken, like so broken that people think you're cheating with Spencer with infinite bioenergy, because I can tell you for sure you will get a shit ton of bioenergy from this build because of how his skill works with recharge. And we also have one other way of getting bioenergy fairly quickly with the energy leech. Every time zombies attack the survivors, you get 1 bar of energy. If the zombie bites somebody, you get 2 bars of energy. If a liquor jumps on top of somebody and does the swipe animation on top of them, that's 3 charges, which is really good. But a lot of the times the bites and the grab attacks won't really work. Only if the other survivors around them are being stunned, or if they're by themselves. That's when the bites really happen. But a lot of the time, the only time you're going to get a bite in is if you bite them in the back, since that's almost instantaneously biting. We're not using Berserk for this build because I find Berserk isn't really needed, since we're not really going to be controlling creatures a lot. A lot of the times I don't control creatures, but the times I do is usually when survivors are like by themselves without their team, trying to solo. But regen is really good for tough zombies and the liquors. The only time regen gets countered is with torches, but even so, the torch got nerfed to where it depletes 30% faster, which isn't a big deal anymore. Immobilizing rounds is really good, and when you combo it with your disintegration field, which is Spencer's ultimate, like a red line that does 400 every second that you're touching the disintegration field, you can down somebody instantly. And most of the time when you do that combo with immobilizing rounds, you want to go after key survivors that can carry against this build. And key survivors meaning Samuel's the survivors that are gonna give you the most trouble with this build is Samuel, because Samuel counters any zombie build, because he regenerates, he heals, he doesn't use resources. That's why he can counter any zombie build. So the moment you have your ultimate up, you want to save that immobilizing round for Samuel and try to get him down. If they have a Valerie, try to at least get them both hit with the immobilizing round, and then, you know, ult on top of them to get them both down at the same time. But a lot of times you will be targeting Samuel with this for your ultimate. And plus, it's not just there to just throw an ultimate on top of them. Let's say you have a horde of zombies, right? There's like 2 or 3 lickers in the room that you had set up in there. So if they open the door, this will crowd control them for a while the lickers get a couple hits in, hopefully. Lickers are usually hit or miss, but sometimes lickers can be really dumb or really overpowered depending on how their AI acts in what way. Now, to help us cycle through our deck even more, we're using Quick Draw, so that we can cycle through the deck even more, along with Mod Recycler and the Shuffle mod. So, but yeah, you guys have to see this deck in action, which we're about to do. We're gonna do like 1, 2, or 3 games in this video, depending on how long the games last and whatnot. But I just want to showcase you guys how stupidly broken this build is. It's capable of taking down any ranked players. If they're low rank, they're gonna get destroyed. There's no question about that. But if they're like mid and high rank, which is usually the ranks where people, you can tell that they have experience with the game. But you can't really tell with low ranks. But with mid and high ranked players on their survivors, you can tell that they have experience. Hopefully they do. But it is capable of even taking down pre-maze, because this build is too much when you get to area 3. But again, you guys have to see the build yourself, and I'm going to showcase it right now. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video, and if you do, leave a like, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Enjoy the Mastermind gameplay, and goodbye. Okay, let's see what ranks we get today. Hopefully we get some high ranks. I'll take this. I think this could be a good team. They have a 34 and a 19. I don't know about this one though.
Today I may reveal the final piece. I need to ascend.
Oh shit! I wasted that.
Godhood.
Whoops, that wasn't my bad.
Sacrifice serves me.
Oh well, we can make up for it. Get this though. Okay. I'm gonna just get behind them real quick. Put a zombie behind him. I'm gonna wait for them to get to the door.
Go ahead, take it.
Get some bio energy off that. It's okay, as long as we're making them waste stuff, it's all worth it. Ooh, we got barrel leech again.
Locked.
I might be able to see something.
Will you even live to unlock this?
I don't like.
Mindless existence elevated to purpose by my touch.
No, I'm good. I need about
A child could have found that.
dude, leave me alone. Oh, he's healing.
It took you so long to find it? I shall lower my expectations. I will tear out your insides myself.
Oh no.
So many walk into the next test?
No, I missed the grab. Oh, she let me bite her. What the fuck? What? Okay, whatever. Well, she's still infected, so it's worth, I guess. We're gonna have liquors here.
I hope you do not think you managed this against my will. I want you to suffer. All lesser creatures can benefit from my...
Oh, we got one down. Got one more down. As long as they're distracted, I have time to move this fucking guy.
I am coming to get you.
They're all poisoned too. Dude, they're still having trouble with that? Holy crap. Liquor priestesses are pretty fucking good. Like, 2 liquors there, plus another liquor on top of that because of my loop I did there. They're still having trouble.
I will tear out your insides myself.
Dude, there's still zombies here too.
A better death than your peer, but disappointing nonetheless.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Oh shit, the grenades. Guess I will just pressure them.
You cannot blind a god. Are you really trying your best? I still have more tests to run on you. I am waiting for your death. Not long
You did.
now. One more reason for you to be afraid.
No, get off her.
All lesser creatures can benefit from mine. If you do not go faster, then I will be forced to terminate this experiment, and you with it. You are wasting your time, and more importantly, mine. Mindless existence elevated to purpose by my touch.
Is she even doing it? Did she give up?
Do not go faster, then I will be forced to
think she
terminate
gave
this
up.
experiment, and you with it.
You're down, right? No.
Your life. Worth.
Wow, they got fucked. What are they doing?
Run, run, as fast as you could. But it wasn't fast enough now, was it?
That wasn't very fun, was it? Okay, this is a fairly good team. They have a 45, a 38, a 12, and a 10. Samuel might give me trouble, because, you know, Samuel counters any zombie build, but hopefully not.
My time may be short now, but with what I learn here today, I could become a god. Will you even live to unlock this? I doubt it. balancing system's elevated to purpose by my touch.
Samuel's leaving his team behind.
Kyle could have found that.
Samuel. Samuel, what the fuck are you doing? She fucking left. Dude, she rage quitted. Dude, Samuel just fucked his team over. Oh my god.
That was all you could muster. Pathetic.
You can do more than this. Not try to hide now.
I feel bad for this team, dude. Samuel just didn't stay with the team. He used to counter this build. I don't have too many zombies.
Your life. Worthless.
Oh man, Samuel. How could you screw your team over like that? I think the big issue with survivors is if you have people doing shit like that, like not staying with the team when you're the most essential part of your team against a zombie build, you just straight up screw people over. It doesn't matter if you're 45. If you're not there to be the front line of your team against a zombie build, you're screwed. Like, it's not, I don't think, like, most of the issues aren't balancing, it's dumb survivors, I would think. Wouldn't you guys agree? Dude, this team was so bad, I got a B rank. I got a B rank for this team being so bad. They're all 70 Bega, 39 January, 26 Jill. Just a rank 10 Martin. I don't understand. Like, how could you have that much rank on your characters and you struggle in Area 1? It was so bad I got a B rank. It's fucking crazy, you know? Just fucking crazy. It's hard to make videos on this build when it just fucking wrecks people. Because the main issue with survivors is that they don't really work as a team unless they're like a pre-made. Then that's when it really becomes a challenge. Well, a lot of the times randoms don't want to work together and so they fuck themselves over. I think that's the big issue with this game right now. I gotta really pressure them. They're being fucking annoying.
Do not think you have achieved anything. I have more traps ahead.
What does it feel like when the virus struggles to control your final breath?
They're fucking rage quitting, dude. Are you serious? No, they just fucking rage quitted.
You're more too late.
They're all rage quitting. They realize they can't win. Like, you just get to Area 3 and you just do this infinite loop, you know? It's fucking... Oh my god.
All lesser creatures can benefit from my control.
Dude, they all fucking rage quitted. There's only Valerie left now. I was hoping they'd come out and try to fight this, but you can see that the infinite loop's just too fucking strong. Dude, it's a fucking gangbang. Dude, that liquor. That liquor. Do the running man. No.
Your life. Worthless.
Now keep in mind, this was not a scrubby team. This was by no means a
Not
scrubby
all
team.
dead.
You want me to prove it to you?
This will suffice for the time being, but I
They
will
were
have
doing
to
pretty
run the
well
test
in area
again.
1 and 2. I did make them use a bit of resources in area 1 and 2, but 31 Becca, 35 Valerie, 30 January, 33 Samuel. They were by no means a scrubby team. Because all you need to get to is like 24, 25 with some survivors to get everything unlocked. And then you can just, it's a playground from there. Every other level doesn't really matter. But like, when they got to area 3, that's when I unlocked Hypercharge. And with Hypercharge, Mod Recycler, Mod Shuffle, and Quick Draw combined, those 4 cards cause such a loop that you can get bioenergy so damn quickly to where you can just put a fucking shit ton of zombies in the front of their spawn. And they're forced to either get lucky and throw a grenade, or get stunlocked by fucking lickers and zombies. It's so fucking stupid how strong this build is. It made 3 people rage quit. I commend Valerie for not leaving. She at least tried, even though trying was pointless at that point. But you can see how powerful this build is. They were doing so well area 1 and 2. I did stall them a bit, and then when they got to area 3, they just fucking gave up when they saw how many lickers are at that fucking front door, along with other trash of zombies and whatnot. But yeah, this build is pretty fucking strong. It's capable, it is very capable of taking down any skill level of survivors. You can't really use low skill survivors as a reference, but it can take down average, above average, and sometimes even SWAT team pre-made pro survivors, which very rarely you'll come across because I don't really come across pre-mades in this fucking game as much as I did in Dead by Daylight. But this build is just so stupid. Like, you get to area 3, it's pretty much game over from there because of fucking Hypercharge combined with Mod Recycler and fucking Shuffle Mod and Quick Draw. Those 4 cards allow you to go through your deck so fast and frequently to where you will be able to get back to your Mod Recycler with a efficiency mod and shuffle mod in your hand, which then gives you more bioenergy. And with Hypercharge still active, you're getting 1 cost zombies and a 3 cost liquor, no, a 4 cost liquor, I think. But yeah, that loop in area 3, you saw it yourself. I wasn't cheating. It feels like people think you're cheating, but you're not. It's legit. Will it get nerfed? I don't know. It all depends on how survivors adapt to the meta. But all I can say is they were I hate when they rage quit without trying, because I really want to show this build off when they're actually trying in area 3. But it's so hard to get footage of that when like every time I try and they see a big horde outside, you get like 2 or 3 people rage quitting. It's frustrating to get like an actual captured footage of them trying on area 3. But that's just the current survivor mentality of this game. Is when they see a big obstacle, they just give up. I don't know why. I for one love obstacles, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. This is my first resistance video. I plan to do more in the future, but if you guys like this video, leave a like, and I'll see you guys in the next video. So long and goodbye, and thanks for watching. Peace out and good night.